Today I'm going to be making something really fast, a little different way. We're going to be using one bowl, and these are my one bowl cupcakes. So let's get started with the ingredients. Alright, so in my bowl I have 1.5 cups of regular white sugar. To that I want to add in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So there's 1 cup. I'm measuring this out as I'm going. And there's our extra half, so that's 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of regular white sugar. To that, we're going to add in 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. So there's 1/4, there's 2, and my 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. And to that, I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon measure here, so there we go. There's 1.5 teaspoons baking soda. Okay, and to that, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And our last ingredient for our dry ingredients is 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then what we'll do is we're just going to mix all of our dry ingredients together. So just grab yourself a whisk or anything that you have handy and just fully incorporate everything together here. There we go. Alright, the next thing is I'm going to take 3/4 cup of buttermilk. And I'm using Seal Test here. This is 1%. There we go. To that, 3/4 cup of warm water. There we go. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. And 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use canola or vegetable. So there we go. So that's 1/2 cup there. And our last thing is 2 eggs, the addition of 2 eggs. So there's 1. And I'm just breaking my eggs into a separate bowl in case I do get a shell. It is a lot easier to get a shell out of the tiny little bowl here other than the regular one. If you want to make it a true one bowl, I guess I shouldn't have used this small bowl, but close enough. So there we go, we've got everything in there. The next thing we need to do is just mix it all together. I'm going to grab my mixer, speed number 1, and I'm just going to mix this all up. I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as I mix this up, I will get my cupcake tin ready to go, and I'll show you all that as soon as we're done here. This is a very liquidy batter, which makes it really easy to pour. So there we go, it's combining now, so I'm just going to increase to speed number 2 and just get this fully incorporated. So there we go, perfect. So now I'm going to go get my little pan ready, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I have my little paper cupcake molds, and these are optional, but they're kind of cute. I like using them. If you have a little Teflon pan like this, you can just do them directly in there, but they are more fun in the little paper things like this, and those are very inexpensive. So there we go. I've got myself an ice cream scoop, and I'm just going to grab my batter just like that. And you can see how liquidy this is. It's very nice. So just make sure you don't make too much of a mess. And you want to fill these about 3/4 of the way up. So I'll fill all these up and I'll be back in a second. Alright, that's good for that batch. Perfect. So I'm going to be popping these into my 350 degree oven. You notice that I do have a pan underneath. It's always good to use a pan just in case something overflows. It's a lot easier to clean up inside your little pan rather than your actual oven. So you can just clean up any little messes. and these are ready to go. I'm going to tell you exactly how long. Be around, 20-25 minute mark. I will tell you exactly when I do get back. So off to the oven, and I'll see you in a while. Alright, so here we go. There are the last ones that came out of the oven. I have 18 here, and I had a total of 20, but 2 of them were eaten already. But there we go. So these are my 1 bowl chocolate cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. And I'll just show you how nice these are. Let's just take a little cooler one here and just open that up, and look at this. Super, super, super moist inside. Look at this. Amazing. Very, very, very moist. So what I'm going to do to finish up this video, I'm going to ice up a couple of these cupcakes with a nice Wilton chocolate buttercream frosting. So we'll do that next, and then that will be the end of the video. This time I am using Wilton's chocolate buttercream icing, and I will put a link to that at the end of this video. So just to finish off these cupcakes, I'll just ice a couple of them. I'll just put a little rosette in the middle, and we'll just go around. And this icing, you need to try this icing. It is really, really, really good. And just like that. There we go. I'll do one more. There we go. Okay, one more. There we go. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. That chocolate just smells really good.